Yay! Hey, YouTube. Thank you so much for coming to my next live stream. I'm super, super excited to be here, and I hope everyone is having a fantastic Friday and had a really, really great week. I'm going to keep my face super small for this whole video because my computer is freezing every like 5 seconds. And so if I'm smaller, then it won't be as distracting for everyone who will watch later. I am really excited today because after this, my husband and I are going to get some Domino's, and we love Domino's, but we barely get it. So I'm really excited to have some pizza. I love me some Domino's pizza, and I hope you guys also have fun weekend plans as well. Geez, can't speak. Hi, Live Panic. Thank you for joining. I'm really excited you're here. Rich says, hey, Heather. Hi, Rich. Thank you for joining. Hi, Heather. Finally catching you live. Hi, Charlene. Oh, it's so fun that you're here. Thank you for coming. Mark says, hey, Heather, do you want on Kirby vacuums? Ooh. Mark, on one of my videos, you said that there are some devil core companies in Costco. Is that vector marketing or like the company that sells Cutco knives? If so, I need to do a video on them because I feel like they're a devil core company, but I'm not positive. But they seem to have the same structure. So let me know. Thank you for joining, guys. It's really fun to have you guys here live. So today I'm excited to watch a video that's about a year old from Toni Van Schoik, who is the first ever Monat market partner who joined approximately 8 years ago now. And she's telling us what is Monat and why should you join our team with Toni Van Schoik. As I said at the very beginning, my face is freezing constantly, so I'm just going to keep myself small the whole time. So the introduction is extremely loud, so I turned the volume down, but let me know if it needs to be louder. Mark said, not that I'm sure of. Okay, yeah, I'll take a look into vector marketing a bit more. They do seem to have like the same ranking as Smart Circle does and like the same general structure, but I'll look into it. Charlene says, yay, pizza. Yes, we're so excited. Charlie says, good evening to all. Hi, Charlie. Thank you for joining. Oh, we have friends here. How fun is this? Okay, I'm ready to get started, and I hope you enjoy the video.
Hi, everyone. This is Toni Van Schoik, Senior Executive Director with Monat Global and $10 million income earner.
I have a lot to say. It's a shorter video, so I don't need to worry about not pausing it every 5 seconds. I really don't like it when the rankings are really reasonable sounding employment names. Like I've had bosses who have the title of senior director. I've never heard senior executive director, but that's not out of the realm of possibility to have a real employment title as senior executive director, and just it makes it seem like she's actually in like the corporate side and actually is managing a team of employees who get paid a reasonable salary or wage and have benefits potentially. Mark says vector is an MLM. Oh, okay. Thank you, Mark. I think I want to do a video on vector marketing. I just need to think about it a little bit more. Toni, someone whose success will never be duplicated, folks. Actually, you can duplicate her success. If you are the first ever Monat market partner, then you can be a $10 million earner just like Toni. I was going to call her Toby. That's not her name. MLMs are everywhere. Be careful. Totally, Mark. You're totally right.
I have a hard time with that rolling off my tongue, you guys. I'm not about edifying. But here's the one thing that I will tell you.
She's not about edifying, so she can't even just like say her title. And the MLM version of edifying isn't actually the real version. It's not the real definition. It's just like sucking up to the person who you're bringing on to speak. That's the MLM version. But it really is teaching someone moral, ethical, or religious lessons. So you edify someone if you I think the non-religious example was a teacher edifying her students by teaching them how to be citizens who contribute to the community and volunteer and who care about those who are less fortunate. So that's an actual definition of edify. $350 home knives. Yeah, it's crazy. Okay, I'm actually going to let it play for a second.
Is that now we have 10 million reasons to help more and more people, and we want to be able to do it in half the time. So you guys, this really can take, and there's no cap on your dreams with this. I have been in this industry for over 2 decades, and I really found my stride in my last company prior to Monat. This ain't my first rodeo. It was my 5th company that I signed up with and my 3rd startup. But there is one thing that I do know.
Who knows what other companies she's been in? If you know, let us know down below, please. And it's so funny. She said her 3rd startup, and obviously she means like 3rd new MLM. And so she seems to understand the importance of getting in early and timing. They all say that it doesn't matter, but we know it does because she got in first. She now has every Monat millionaire in her downline somewhere, and she's making money off of those women and also all of those people underneath her as well. And it's just really misleading that she's calling Monat a startup. She should have said, this is my 3rd brand new MLM company. She shouldn't say startup. Heather has a PhD in MLMs. Thank you, Mark. That's really nice. I appreciate that. I'm fascinated by this stuff, and I have been since COVID, the start of COVID. Ground floor, says Charlene, right? And later she's going to say that we can find any level of success we want in Monat, which we know that's not true.
Is that you cannot be successful in this business without helping other people. So I get to share with you, not have to. I get to share with you exactly all of the information that you will need in order to make an educated decision. Now, this thing has gone fast.
All the information we need in order to make an educated decision. Okay, do you show us the income disclosure statement? Do you show us how the ranks are structured so we know how to advance and make money? Do you tell us that the only way we can really make significant income is through recruiting? Probably not.
I mean, you guys, it's been 7 years. We're a $2 billion team. Yes, team. And the company's value is just through the roof. On paper, we look like a 25-year-old company. We're the #1 growing direct sales company with momentum. We've been named Company of the Year. Ray Urnetta, our CEO and co-founder, has been named CEO of the Year. And we've also been listed as one of the best places to work. Now,
one of the best places to work as a member of the corporate staff or as an MLM distributor. I highly doubt it either way, but please show me statistics, show me an article and proof as to the Monat being named one of the best places to work. I'd love to see it. As Aaron B says, cite your sources, ma'am. Cite your sources. You can't be successful in this business without helping other people. We know what that actually means. Yeah, and the people beneath her don't actually need to have success. She just needs to have a few people who are rich, who maintain a certain rank, so she's able to maintain her crazy high rank. But it doesn't really matter what's happening to the people underneath her, in my opinion. Too expensive to reach other products. Oh yeah, that's a good point, Mark. Cite your sources, Toni. Yes, yes. And she's going to say other things later that she really needs to cite.
Now, I'm going to tell you is that this industry is no longer an option. It's a necessity. So the great thing is that you have the same opportunity that I did 7 years ago, but you have all of the tools and new countries that we're opening and new product expansion. So I'm super excited to share with you what that consists of. Now, you'll see that I have this little brochure in my hand. You guys, it is as simple as that. Okay, so you guys, I always carry around these.
So we have the same opportunities she had because the company's expanding into other markets. That's not true because we weren't the first person to ever be in a company of like 100,000 distributors. They like to say, like, when I started, I didn't have all of this training. I didn't have all of the support. There was no social media. So it's so much easier for you now. You're in a better position. But like what Charlene just said, ma'am, no one has the same opportunity as you because no one 7 years ago knew what Monat was, and so you probably recruited hundreds of people super quickly. Big money in the new markets. Oh yeah, for sure, for sure. And we all saw when they opened up in Australia, people were ranking up in like 2 seconds, even though they didn't have any customers, and they're just recruiting and jumping up the ranks really quick. I wonder what that makes you, Monat. Maybe a pyramid scheme?
These two tools with me wherever I go, in my purse, in my luggage, in my backpack, because this seriously is all you need to share this wonderful business opportunity and product line. So I'm going to start off, you guys, and even though I'm not going to read directly from the brochure, I'm still going to quote it because this is the top 10 of Monat. But I want to come to you with a little bit more of a personal story that, when we started, and we still talk about it to this day, these ideas were woven into the top 10. And, we're talking about product, people, and the paycheck. And what I love about this is that, you guys, our product line is tested more than any other line out there. Clinicals, third party, we do zero toxicity testing. And you guys, we're non-GMO, Leaping Bunny certified, gluten-free, all of those bells and whistles that people are really looking for in a clean beauty brand. And that's exactly what we are.
How exactly do you prove that you test more than any other company? There's no way of quantifiably showing that data to prove it. Again, ma'am, cite your sources showing a comparison between Monat and every other like natural health and beauty company. I would love to see it. We know that people in Monat just kind of make up their own statistics and just spout things out. And then, of course, since Toni said that, everyone else in her pyramid / in the entire company is going to say the exact same thing. Also, now Monat has a reputation of making your hair fall out, and the class action suits to show for it. Yeah, and then you'll see people, isn't it like Mandy Sue Styles, who says like, Monat doesn't make your hair fall out. Look at mine. I have so much hair. I think that was in a recent Chelsea Soares video. And Chelsea would say, just because your hair is still there doesn't mean that it doesn't make people's hair fall out. And I think those kinds of posts, it's like really disgusting example of gaslighting, because you're telling someone, no, your hair actually didn't fall out, when potentially they could be bald now because of those products. Hall says, at least she's not wearing a hat, right? And it's nice to see you, Hall. Thank you for joining us live. Smoke and mirrors. Oh, for sure. That's a good point.
So you guys, when we started 7 years ago, we only had 9 products. This was one of the 9. This is our flagship product. This is our Rejuvenate Oil. It is liquid gold. It looks like gold. It smells like gold, and it puts your money in a bank account like gold. There's 600 drops of this liquid gold in this bottle. And this is our flagship product. So our entire product line was built around this little lady right here. And so now, not just, and we launched with 9 products. Now we have many, many more. We've expanded our categories. We've expanded countries. So when I first came in, we only were in the United States, right?
I'm trying to let it play for a few seconds. Hall just says, what does gold smell like? So apparently this stupid little oil smells like liquid gold, and it will put money in your bank account like liquid gold, or like gold or something like that. And an issue I have with that is it's really misleading, and it makes it seem like all you have to do is just use this stupid little oil, and then you're magically going to make all the money. And now that we have more products, then it's going to be even easier for you to make money. And it's really weird that she said all their products are based around this little lady. Little lady. Why are you referring to a little bottle of oil like that? That's kind of weird. What do you guys think? I missed some comments. Oh my God, I made a reel about Mandy and her gaslighting. It was awful. Yeah, it's really terrible. Totally. Or they will tell you that you're not using the product properly. And that's so weird, because unless it's like dandruff shampoo, like Head and Shoulders, there's not really instructions on how to use shampoo. You massage it into your head. And then you wash it out. It's really hard to not use regular shampoo properly. What does gold smell like? Yeah. This camera is super high quality. Do you mean her camera? Yeah, she has a fancy setup. I don't know if it's like a good camera or not. Isn't that oil like $70 or $80? Yeah, and that's American price. So in Canada, it would be even more. Yeah. I'm not think about the other kinds of products or items we can get for $90. Like you could get like depending on how much you spend, like 2 weeks worth of groceries with $90. You could get like a really fancy new outfit for work. You could get video games for $90. You could take your spouse out for a fancy date. There's so much more we can do with her money.
Y'all, are you ready for this? They projected to do $1 million in their first year. We did $25 million in our first year, only with 9 products, only in the United States. And then a year later, we launched Canada. And then we had 12 products in our arsenal in year 2.
You had all that revenue because of the distributors purchasing products, ma'am.
Well, now we not only play in just the hair care space, we play in skincare, we play in wellness, and we just released body care. So we always set, we say to ourselves, well, what makes sense, right? Because good hair and skin comes from the inside and the outside. So hence our launch into wellness 2 years ago. And it's just amazing. Again, all plant-based. So we use the best of what Mother Nature and God put here on this earth. So about our product line, and I'm just going to keep this brief, we have great tutorials that you can check, but the best part is, and I still say it to this day, we have the best damn shampoo on planet Earth. Now, if you want to go look.
Where's your stats, ma'am? We have the best damn shampoo. Just because you say it does not make it true. What about... I like iced coffee, right? And I'm going to say this little coffee shop near my house has the best damn iced coffee in the entire world. That means it's true because I said it. And so if I go on YouTube and I say that, that means every other coffee shop, they are all lame and inferior to my coffee shop. Cite your sources, ma'am. My computer's freezing. At Hall, they never have a decent mic. You'd think as millionaires they could spring for a $100 mic. Yeah, this mic here I grabbed randomly. It was like $110 approximately. And yeah, like it's easy to get like a beginner decent mic that makes you sound decent when you're on video. Good point, Charlene. Best shampoo is totally subjective, right? There's no way to prove it. Drives me crazy. All MLMs are the best. Mark, that's such a good point. All MLMs are the only life-changing opportunity. All MLMs have the most amazing compensation plan and have the most amazing life-changing products as well.
On any of my social media, when we came out with skincare, that for me was a game changer because I'm more of a mature woman in my 50s. My difference in the skincare alone, my before and afters are incredible. Practically all of my age spots, I have a couple more here that I'm working on, but I had age spots all over because I love being in the sun. And I was not smart and did not use sunscreen until later in life. We have a great sunscreen too. So anyways, flagship product, I equate our Rejuvenate oil to the same as Elon Musk's Tesla software, right? He built the software first, and then he built the product line around it. And so that's what we did. Okay, so you guys, and I'm just going to be very brief here with you. I just want to say that we have that product promise. We have a yes list of what we say yes to. And I already talked about everything else. So the next thing that I want to talk about is I want to talk about the people. And this is actually number 9 in the brochure.
So I don't know if she's just nervous or something, but to me, she seems to be giving off kind of like a frantic energy. And I wondered if she wrote some notes down and maybe practiced. I say this as not the most fantastic public speaker myself, and times when I've been nervous doing speeches at work, I would probably speak as fast and as scattered as her. But I think someone who is so high up in an MLM, she would probably have lots of experience speaking in front of thousands of people. And I wonder like where her frantic seeming energy is coming from. But maybe I am just thinking too much into it. Sales is sleazy. I agree, and I also disagree. I think I don't see anything inherently wrong with just straight normal sales, but my issue is obviously like the recruitment aspect of MLM sales. If it was just the sales, I would not feel the need to make streams about it. Oops. Sorry, my computer's frozen. She does have a mic 6 feet above her head. Yep. Every video I've seen her in, she seems rushed and out of breath, which is weird, right? You'd think she'd be more polished.
Is that we're truly a family. And there's one thing that I know more than anything else in the world is that, this is not the commodity, you guys. The product is not the commodity. It's truly the people that are the
Don't say people are commodities, ma'am. That's weird. No, thank you.
Commodity, and they treat us like family, and I have felt that way since day one. Even with as fast as we have grown, there's so much stickiness in the field, in our corporate office, what we do together.
Ew, why is your corporate office sticky?
And it reigns true is that when we are together, that's when we really make the difference. And over the last 2 years, we haven't been able to be together in our conventions as a family until this past September, and it was wonderful. 13,000 of us gathered. There was over 30,000 people watching, and I got to hug thousands of people. It was spectacular, and seeing people that I hadn't seen in a while, it was just lovely. So again, together we are a family. And the best part is that
since doing these videos, I am really against the idea of your workplace being your family. I think it's great to have people that you connect with and maybe make some friends at work. But I think there is a harm in trying to make your colleagues and your work group be a family, because in my opinion, unless they're actually real friends, your work people should be your work people, and then you should have your family at home. And I think it's culty and it's weird, and I think it's really preying on people's feelings of loneliness and lack of a genuine human connection by saying like, together we are a family. It's like, no, you are colleagues. This is a workplace, right? Yay, Heather is on. Hi, thank you for coming. She's accidentally telling the truth. Her distributors are the commodity, right? She's saying the quiet part out loud, and it's a really, really weird thing to say, for sure. I just made a video about that myself. Ooh, I think I recognize your channel title, but I don't remember if I've watched one of your videos yet. But anyone watching, go check out Beauty School Dropout and see if you like their videos and give them a watch.
The family that owns us, the Ordinetta family, and our corporate staff, Stuart McMillan, our president, Natalie Richardson, one of the directors of field training, all the way down to our IT department, who is formulating our products, the best of the best of the best in the world. And speaking of formulating our products, our scientific advisory board, they can't touch who we have as far as talent helping us develop and backing our products and helping us bring that message to everybody out there. So funny, because when we first started this, nobody had heard of Monat. And now if I'm in a group of 10 to 15 people, at least one person has, and 1 out of 20, they're using the product as we speak. So that's a really cool thing to see. So
that's not a cool thing to see. That's potentially worrisome, because maybe that means there's some market saturation and people are either already a Monat distributor or customer, or they know someone who's in Monat. Also, of course, people around you, Toni, are going to know about Monat because you're the number one person. You are the very first distributor, and it's probably a lot that you talk about. It's probably all you talk about. We know that in MLMs, your company becomes your entire personality. I wonder, these people that know about Monat magically, are they your stranger? Are they strangers? Are they your friends? Is it your parents? That's an important part to tell us, and cite your sources. Cite your sources, please. Yikes, the camera work is so shoddy. And I feel like she's probably trying to have more of a professional approach, or not approach, like production value. But I feel like it's weird here. It's a more of a normal frame, and then it pans out to behind her professional cameras, and I think that part's kind of weird. But I think like she's really trying to have a highly produced video here.
Again, we've been able to touch, as far as market partners go, hundreds of thousands and millions of customers. So, and you guys, we have less than a 1% return rate still to this day. That's unheard of in any retail situation. It's because people truly love the products, and the products are they truly have efficacy. Okay, so
every anti-MLM video on Monat ever has shown that return rate is not because of the quality of the products. It's because it's really hard to actually return MLM items, and a lot of people might not want to go through the headache to return it, and may not be able to afford the return cost because you do have to pay for shipping back. That's also a really misleading statement because there's no way to actually prove whether or not that is true, that people aren't returning things because they just love the products so much. Isn't their return policy terrible? Yes, extremely terrible. I would guess it's probably her husband or daughter running the camera. If it's her daughter, I know her daughter's pretty young, like good job to her if it is her kid, but like if it's her husband doing this, like I would want my spouse, if they're helping me with more professional videos, to actually like know what they're doing before they do camera work for me, we
talked about that. Now I want to talk about the paycheck, you guys, because this for me was a game changer, because that's all I had to look at when we started. We had a 2-page we call it a compensation plan detail, and we had a landing page for a website. We didn't have anything else like we do now. Samples, marketing materials, incredible training, with both our field leaders and both with our website. I mean, you guys, state of the art. We're so innovative. To me, to this day, to watch everything that's happened, sometimes I have no words to describe. So the best part is that, I understand pay plans. I eat empirical evidence for breakfast. I eat pay plans for lunch because I want to know our competition, right? What are they paying out? And so to this day, 7 years later, there has been nobody in the industry that has rivaled what we pay out. Y'all, we pay out over 50 cents on the dollar. That's double the industry average. Unheard of, because you know why? People are the commodity. So the best part is that they're...
So I'm sure you've all been seeing a lot of the videos on Q Sciences. I think Deanna Mims had one, and Jessica Hickson too. And there was a very nice lady, Brittany something, who was the number one income earner in Q Sciences. Didn't she say this exact same thing, that they pay out like 50 cents to the dollar? Just like Mark said above somewhere earlier in the conversation, every MLM is the best. Every MLM has the most groundbreaking compensation plan, but I wonder, how do they all have the best compensation plan? That doesn't make sense to me. Okay. The issue I've noticed with a lot of these overproduced MLM videos is the echo from the oversized houses that the sound system can't handle. Ooh. And I've never had like videos with any level of production value, so I'm not one to talk, but I'm also not presenting my channel as one that wants to expand and be professional and have amazing editing. And so I can't really critique that, but I can critique it when you are trying to have a professional YouTube channel. You know what I mean? Frozen computer. Why do they film in the kitchen or giant living room? Not the best for sound. Would a little like bedroom be better? I don't really know. Charlene says, it explodes my mind that people like her say Jessie Lee Ward are millionaires as they claim, yet make such unprofessional content. Right? That's a great point. Like, why can't you spring for a good camera or a good microphone? Or maybe their house is empty because they don't have money to buy anything. I wonder, eh? Frozen computer, sorry. They may pay more than 50 cents on the dollar, but most of it goes to the top. Yeah, that's a really good point. It doesn't really matter how much pay they give out, because the majority of it will go to people like Toni, Have you seen the movie Betting on Zero? Is that an Amway one? No, I haven't, but I will go look up the trailer tonight and take a look. Her saying she relies on empirical evidence when she publicly says the IRS and income tax is illegal and trains her team on this. Right? That's such a good point. And she's going to say later that there are amazing tax benefits to being a business owner. It's like, do you actually pay your taxes, Toni? I don't say that. I don't present that as fact. So don't sue my little baby channel, please. Herbalife. Oh, okay. Cool. I'll go and YouTube that later this weekend, maybe.
There's so many different ways to get paid in the plan. There's 11 right now because we are expanding and we have founder shares available for people in Spain.
There's 2, recruitment, sales.
Lithuania and Australia, and for people that sponsor in those countries. So the founder shares are huge, and they started with legacy founder shares when we were just starting out. And so what they do is they take 1% of that commissionable volume, they put it in a pool, and whoever is qualified, and that's right in the middle of our pay plan, they get those shares are split up. So that's you and two people that are running with you in this business. And that's also the same as the car level. We have a car you can earn, right? Earn, not win, earn. And you have to earn it. So the best part is that
so we can get to the founder shares by you and two. So how many people do we actually have to recruit? And how much does that actually mean in people's pockets for those who are not at the very, very top of the pay plan? I would love to know. I'm just repeating what she puts out publicly, LOL, right? That's funny. Oh my God, she's the one who tells people they don't have to pay taxes. I thought she looked familiar. Yeah, Julie Jo has done a video on that. I think that's where I saw her more conspiracy theory focused crap. Yes, you want lots of soft surfaces and low ceilings for less echo and better recordings. Her whole setup would be better in the basement bedroom. Oh, interesting. Lift Panic, the one and only. Oh, yeah. So my computer's freezing, so I'm not going to click on all of the comments. So I hope that's okay. Bill Ackman, who is one of the biggest traders on Wall Street, shorted the Herbalife stock. Ooh, that's interesting. Earn, Hall says. Yeah, okay. Yeah. But these MLMers want to show off the house, I am guessing. Oh, maybe. That's a good point. They want to be like, look at my big, beautiful living room, right? Charlene says, also, she had used a lavalier mic. It would make a big difference versus one halfway to the ceiling. That's funny.
We have trip incentives. You get paid on your personal sales. You get paid on your directs. You get paid on leaders that you've helped promote out in your team. There's just so many different ways. There's a whole separate video of me talking about this, and also a corporate video as well for all the countries that we're in that breaks everything down. So these are just a few of the things that you guys, it's a game changer. They could have taken this profit and put it back into their pocket, but they didn't. They gave it back to the field. And that to me spoke volumes. Okay, so you guys, we do everything. Everything is housed from within. We do our own manufacturing and distribution.
Judy School Dropout, I'm too chatty. Don't feel bad for ignoring half of them. Unless I'm getting 200 chats, which has only happened a few times, I try to read all of them or put them up on the screen. But yeah, I will, don't worry, I will read all of them unless I magically start getting a bunch.
Distribution. We have an amazing gratitude program, which you guys, we created our own 501c3 arm of Monat. Last year we raised just a little over $500,000. This year it's our goal to double that. Think about the effect that we can have and this is, we're focusing on youth and education. Think about how many differences that we're going to have in young people's lives. And so for every event that we do, we always have a gratitude component to it. It started as a grassroots movement. We did it one day in December for Senior Luis's. He's the other co-chairman. He is Ray's father, our CEO. He used to ask us to do something on his birthday. Then it became a birthday week and then a birthday month. Now it's every time we have an event, how do we give back? Because that's our love language, is giving back. So
Months ago on this channel, I did a video on Monat gratitude, and I focused specifically on the grant programs because I have experience in granting. And it was really fun to look through the requirements and the focus areas and what the recipients of the grant funding have to do for reporting back. But we found in that video that that granting program is funded solely on the contributions, the donations, probably from the Monat market partners themselves. The Monat corporate, their contributions was eating the admin costs of evaluating the grant proposals and administering the funds and ensuring that the fundees report back adequately and meet like all their recognition needs. That expense for a multi-billion-dollar company like you say that you are is very, very insignificant. I feel like Monat could have just given $500,000 to their Monat gratitude and not expect the people who aren't making any money to actually develop and fund this whole ass granting program. And it's just outrageous. And how do you care so much about giving back if you don't give back to your own people and actually pay them a decent salary or living wage where they can provide for themselves and maybe like go to the movies occasionally, you know? This woman is just a poor person's Dexter Yeager, right? Okay, frozen computer. Mark says, lady, it's a scam. Charlie says, how many times have we heard this? Charlene, love language, stop it. Mark, it adds credibility. Do they get a tax benefit for this? Probably. And Mark says, it adds credibility. That's a great point because Monat could say, look, we're not exploiting our market partners. We're not an unethical business because we help those who are less fortunate, but our grant program is funded by our distributors who are also in a less fortunate position and who are not making any money, and we don't need an MLM to contribute to charities. Makes me so mad. And granting programs are actually really important for nonprofits, right? They can do a lot of good, but it's just so backwards coming from an extremely unethical multi-level marketing company. You can go watch this video if you want. I think I literally just called it like Monat Gratitude Grant Program or something. Very, very creative title.
Great thing about gratitude, and you guys, I am going to refer to my list because I tend to scroll because I get so excited. Yes, and we are celebrated worldwide. We have so many awards, so many kudos, so many things that Stevie Awards, and we've been in Forbes and Cosmopolitan and Elle, and these are just some of them. Yahoo Business. So again, these are all things that we have been endorsed. We do not pay for that. Okay, so we've talked a little bit, you guys, about the opportunity.
We know that for a lot of them, they did pay for it, and people would complain to the magazines, and then they'd be taken off the list. So we know some of those awards are probably not real, or I don't know what I'm trying to say, genuine, sincere awards.
Sign up today. Jump in with both feet. You have an opportunity.
Of course, sign up today. Jump in with both feet. Don't think about it. Don't do research, because then you would find out that we're a scam and that people's hair truly does fall out when they use our products. And you would find out about all of the lawsuits that are against us as well.
For shares if you know people in those countries. And if you're in those countries, awesome. I don't know in the world where you can start a business for a mere $200 US, and that's $320, which is Australian. Everything else in every other country is in between. Y'all, you can't. You would spend that much building a website and designing your business cards, and that would be it. This is really where, it's like a business in a box. And you sign up, everything is ready to go. You get immediate training. You get, immediate support from the person that you sign up with. It's phenomenal. And you get products. So you get to be a walking billboard, which you have to have. You have to have passion for the product, the people, and the paycheck, just like I talked about. Okay? So the best part is that you're immediately a business owner. The tax advantages are incredible. And we can talk more about that. There's a whole separate video for that as well. But The best part is,
so she says that Monat is a business in a box and you only spend like $200, which is such a great deal because with a real business, that would be how much you spend on your website and you're just automatically, magically a business owner. Well, it's so easy to be a Monat employee because you're not actually a business owner. Anybody can sign up as long as you're 18 and you live in one of their operating markets or whatever they call it. You're not a business owner, and you know that. You know that the Erdendetta family, they're the business owners. Carl is the business owner, not this freaking coaches.
Is that, you get to be your own boss. You determine when you want to work. You determine your paycheck. You determine what you want to do. Now, I will tell you, this business is not right for everybody.
You determine your paycheck. You determine what you want to do. I almost missed that because I'm messaging with my husband. I should be paying more attention. We've heard, if you've watched my Amway videos, you would hear we've seen like Rich DeVos say things like that and Dexter Yeager say things like, if you fail, it's because like you didn't want it enough and you didn't make the sacrifices needed in order to find true financial success. Right. And it's just so interesting to hear things that Dexter and Rich said in like the 70s and 80s echoed perfectly with your modern day, very well-known MLM distributors. I find that interesting. Is it a business in a box, or are you building your own business? Ooh, very interesting. I don't know. Let's ask Toni.
Totally get that. So you guys, we have an incredible customer opportunity too, and we call it Flex Ship. And the reason why is that you're not ever forced into ordering anything. You make your first initial purchase, okay, and then you have to place 2 more orders, at least 1 order per year. Okay, that's it. Now, most of our VIPs, they love the product so much, they're ordering every other month. But you can customize all of it. You customize the date, you customize the items in there. You get a free product every time you place a qualifying order. You get a birthday coupon. And we're coming out with more and more perks to that program because we know that our customers are number one and we want to provide the best customer opportunity and the best program out there. So essentially, you guys, as a customer, you can shop from your own store. As a market partner,
if the customer program was so brilliant and flexible, why couldn't we just buy whatever we want whenever we want? Why do we need to meet all of these requirements? And I'm sure if you've seen Chelsea Suarez's videos or like who else, Isabella Lanter has done videos on this, Deanna Mims, about how rigid this program actually is and about how people just will continue to push out their flagship order because if you have to cancel, then you are you're charged for canceling your customer account, your membership in the customer program. So it's not a good program. And if you actually cared about your customers, you would just let them purchase whatever they want and it wouldn't matter. Drives me crazy. DC says, hey, Heather. Hi, DC. How's it going? I hope you stream soon. I miss your videos. I've been checking back frequently. Let us know when you're going to stream next if you want to. No pressure. DC says, sorry I'm late. No worries. Thank you for joining. Lift Panic says, hi, DC. Oh, boy, a coupon. Gotta join for that. Right, huh? And I think it's like $19 a year or in total to join, which is fine. That's a reasonable price for a customer loyalty program. But it'd be the same as if we were a Costco member and then they had really strict, rigid rules about how much we had to purchase monthly and when we could go and make our purchases. No, you just buy your membership and you go when you want and you buy what you want. That's how it should be.
I get to buy from my own store, and you should see all of the great products that I use. So, for all of the hair care, all of the skin care, all of the wellness, all of the body care, I don't have to spend money in other stores. I'm buying from my own. So that's another great thing. Now, back to the VIP, right? So the VIP starts at $19.95 in the US and the highest.
She buys from her own store, which is probably where she gets all of her personal volume requirements taken care of. Okay. It was crazy watching those old videos. Thanks for sharing them. Living in Grand Rapids, the Van Andels and DeVosses are everywhere here. Hotels, arenas, and so on. Ooh, interesting. That's super cool. And yeah, I love the old ass Amway content. I try to find the oldest speeches of mostly Rich. I want him to be as young as possible because I want to hear the language and the narrative that they use to really kick off their company, and I find it fascinating. So I'm glad you like those really old videos. And thank you for watching them.
It goes is $29.95 in Australia. That's for life. You get free shipping. You get a lifetime discount. You get that free product that I was talking about. You get that birthday coupon. And for soon, in some countries,
it's not a free product if you spend $19.95 for the membership. It's not free.
So we're going to start VIP points. That's going to be so cool, where you can rack up points and get free products. And that will eventually be coming to everybody. But I'm going to tell you guys, such an incredible program. And I'm so proud to be a part of that, because that's what we can offer everybody, because I know for a fact the product is right for everybody. So we can talk about retail. I'm not going to do that. Why do we have, these shopping clubs, right? Nobody wants to pay full price and nobody wants to pay shipping. So you guys, to wrap it up, those are your three options. The one last thing that I want to say is that our company is really unique playing in this space. And the reason being is the pay plan. It is the dedication to having the best, cleanest, effective products out there. And it is all about supporting the people. And if you don't like to travel, too bad. You better get your passport, because we, at the top of the plan, even for somebody brand new, do you know that they could earn one of our annual trips? We have a Vegas trip every single year. People can still sign up and earn that in April. Incredible. All right, you guys. So, just giving you an example.
You don't need to be in Monat in order to go to Vegas. Even where I live, I'm far away. I'm super far away, but flights are cheap. Once you're in Vegas, it's not that expensive. Even if you don't make that much money, I've said this before, you can plan in advance, put aside a little bit every pay if you're able to, and eventually save up money for a fun weekend trip to Vegas, where you wouldn't actually have to work. You wouldn't have to sit there and listen to freaking shampoo trainings, and you can just enjoy your vacation with your friends or your spouse or your kids. Just save up and go to Vegas yourself, right? Hall says, isn't that free product taxed as income? Ooh, I don't actually know. That's interesting. Maybe. We're almost done.
But we also do a passport trip every year. There was just one in the Dominican. You guys have been on 26 trips internationally on Monat's dime. So I love it, because I love going to travel and seeing new places, and it's just really cool to see new cultures and do different things. So that's, again, another great thing that we have. But
not everyone likes to travel. Not everyone likes to travel internationally. I traveled a lot as a young adult and a teenager because I went to South America often, right? But as an adult, I don't really have desire to go to faraway places. I have desire to travel within Canada, because there's a lot of nice places in Canada that I really enjoyed or haven't had a chance to see yet, right? And so I just want to travel within my own country. I don't want to spend 9 hours on a plane or whatever going to some beach somewhere, Frozen computer. Hall says Lip Panic says if it isn't, it should be connected to Hall's comment about our free products taxed as income. Beauty School Dropout says you should look up the DeVos Place, the Amway Grand Plaza, and the Van Andel Arena. They own the whole downtown here. Ooh, that's interesting. That's crazy, eh? The trips are considered income. It's not free if you pay for it on the back end, right? And we can just save our own money and go ourselves. I need to stop flinging my hands around because I'm freezing every 5 seconds, and it looks really funny in the little screen.
Here's the best part of it, and this is what I love so much. Oh, here we go. Are the people. And you guys, I have met so many incredible people along this journey, even before in my other direct sales companies. Now, you guys, I have been working since I've been 16 years old. I was in the restaurant industry until I was in my early 30s. Okay, I ran restaurants, and then I started my own brick and mortars. I had 2 of those. And that's when I started this industry, is alongside my brick and mortars, because the recession hurt one of my businesses very, very badly. So the best part is that I love this. I love sharing with other people. And there's 3 things, and this is a trickle down. It's all, I call it, we coin termed it because of Stuart, our president, cascading leadership. There are 3 things that I want to wake up and help you do every single morning, because this business is a business of service. It is a business in doing 3 things. 1, how can I serve you when I wake up every single morning? How can I help you? And how can I help you win?
We know that's all bullshit, Toni. That's bullshit. It's not about serving people in your downline. It's about making sure they stay in this system for as long as possible so you can continue to make money off of their volume. Don't be deceitful, please. Just be honest. Just be honest. Be like, it's about keeping you in the business for a long time so I can make money off you. The DeVos family owns parts of Orlando too. Our big stadium is the Amway Arena. They also own the NBA team, the Orlando Magic. Wow. They are so rich. Both of those families are crazy rich, and the 2 oldest sons are extremely wealthy as well. Beauty School Dropout says they are everywhere. Yikes. Oh, totally. Rachel. Hi, Rachel. Haven't seen you in a while. Hey, Heather. Glad to catch you live. Keep shining a light on this nonsense. Rachel has been around for a long time, and she's super nice and awesome, so it's really cool to see you live. Thank you for joining, Rachel. I really, really appreciate it.
Okay? I just want to provide value for you. That's all. And that is our trickle-down message. You guys, we've been saying this since day 1. And, I was the very first market partner. I have, watched and helped this culture bloom. And that is the proudest thing that I can say that we've been able to do, is cultivate these relationships. These people, they're not market partners. They are MoFam. They are truly family. And that is the way that
MoFam, there are MoFam. That's so cringy, Toni. MoFam, that's so cringy. I hate that. I just died a little bit inside. And they're not your family, they're your downline. Would they be your MoFam if they quit Monat and moved to another company? Probably not, because unfortunately we know that MLM relationships or friendships are transactional.
I mean, it just, my heart bursts when I talk about this, and that's why it makes me very emotional, is because we've helped people all over the world, and that to me, that makes me more proud than any other factor in this business. So you guys, a little bit about
what's your definition of helped though, ma'am? Like, did you help people make $100? Did you help people go into debt? I wonder how many people in your downline in Monat actually make a reasonable amount of money where they can provide for themselves and their families and sign their kids up for soccer. Tell us how many people you helped with that definition of helped. Joe Tancredi says, Monat has been named in at least 6 lawsuits stemming from negative reviews of its hair care products. Yep. And top leaders like this say it's just because they're haters and they don't know how to use shampoo properly and their hair is just detoxing.
Who we are, what we do. I certainly hope that if you're watching this and someone shared it with you, that you will be a part of our MoFam and you will change your future, because I guarantee you that if you do the income producing activities, which you can check out, that would be the second part to this video, 4 simple things that you need to do to run a business like this. And I can show you exactly how to do it, and the person that invited you can show you exactly how to do it. All right, you guys, this is Toni Van Schoik. Mwah. Love ya.
That was so loud. I'm so sorry. Oh my goodness, that scared the crap out of me. Leading with service, being a servant leader, Toni's tips. We're not going to watch this. I'm just going to keep my face small because I'm freezing so much. Hall Jones says they're the #1 hair care line for lawsuits. But they say we're the #1 premium hair care brand in the world, but then they don't have any citations. And then people will actually look up lists of the premium hair care brands, and of course, Monat is nowhere to be found. So that was really fun, and it was really fun that there were so many friends watching live with us, like Hall and Beauty School Dropout and Charlene and Mark and Charlie and DC and Love Panic and Rich and Rachel, of course, and Joe and anyone else. Usually I would go through and like thank everyone, but my computer is not working. And that was really fun, and I hope you guys liked this video. And I'm gonna go live on Sunday evening, and I want to do another recent Beachbody National Wake Up Call with Petra, whatever her name is, the VP of whatever personal development. A lot of bullshit mindset training, but it's interesting from the Beachbody setting context, so I'm really excited to do that. So if you're free Sunday at 6:30 my time, it'd be fun if you could join us. Charlene says, glad I made it. Thank you for coming, Charlene. Lift Panic says, thanks, Heather. Nice job. Oh, I thank you, Lift Panic. I appreciate that. That's really nice. And thank you so much for joining and for all these people who watched. And I'll see you guys next time. Oh, Hall says, I love these Friday streams. They're fun after a 12-hour workday. Oh, that's awesome. Thank you for joining, Hall. I appreciate that a lot. And you're welcome, Charlie. Bye. Have a good evening.